Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. So today I wanted to play with my Collage Masterboard book, and I have brought along some book pages, and I also have some scraps and just some things to tear down. I just wanted to make some random kind of fun piece and thought I'd bring you guys along. So I got some more of those amazing book pages from my friend Laura, and she blessed me this week. So these are super old and really easy to tear, so we are going to use these for some collaging. And see how cool they are. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? So yeah, we're just going to do some little bit of tear down on these. Oh my goodness, this page, this paper is like, you can just, oh, it's so old. It's so awesome. Yeah, so awesome. Actually, I think I should probably keep a straight edge by the crease for myself here. I didn't think about it, but to go into this crevice right there. So yeah, I am just gonna use my glue stick and gently put glue on the back of this. And if you want to join along, grab some paper, or if you have a magazine that you've just been really wanting to turn into a glue book or a collage book, let's go. Let's do it. I like to also use like scrapbook paper. I thought that would be kind of fun. I've got all kinds of pieces here. Let's see. I'm going to go from this side, I think. I'm going to do it like that. Oh no, I want to do it like that. Yeah, so I'm going to do this one sideways. Yeah. Just thought it'd be fun to kind of sit and chat. I'm waiting for Cordy to get off work. He's having one of his late days. I was reading and editing Joey's, or proofreading, you know, and doing a few corrections in Joey's book, and I thought, well, I'm going to jump on here and do a little bit of collaging and having some fun. I'm looking through my papers. I have a bunch of papers that I can use for this. So let's see. I'm going to make sure and just go ahead, because it's inside of a book. Otherwise, I would just trim it and hang it over the edges, but I am going to try to keep my, like this. I'm going to try to keep the edges as straight as I can for this one. And I'm going to do this one kind of random. Like I said, I'm digging into my scrap bag, so if you've got some scraps and you've got an old magazine or an old cookbook or just any old book that you'd like to use and create yourself some backgrounds with collage, this is the perfect time to do it. It's relaxing, I think, collaging is. I actually don't do it enough. Because I really do enjoy it. I have to reach down into my bag here and grab stuff, so I've got so many things here. Let's see. I don't know if I want to use any of these. This one's pretty. We're going to do some, oh wait, I'm going to tear it that way. Some pinks. Yeah, because I've got some pink here, and then there's, in this one is some pink, so maybe I'll do a few. I'll do this one with kind of a pink and green and brown theme. So far, guys, I had not used the Yoo-Hoo glue stick so far. I'm enjoying it. I think it's been working pretty good for me. I can see using this one and the Scotch, because I've been using the Scotch now for a couple of years, but yeah, they were not, like I explained to you guys the other day, they just didn't have mine, so I was like, okay, I will get something else. Oh, I do love this book. Thank you so much, Laura. You little sweetie, she's very sweet. She contacted me last week and was like, I'm going to be getting rid of a few things, and I was wondering if you wanted them before I give them away. And then she sends me all this extra stuff. Little sweetheart. Oops. Oh, no, I tore the straight edge. Bummer. Well, I'll have to put it like, I wanted it right to the edge. Oh, well, that part will get trimmed later. It's okay. Look at that. That's pretty. All right. What are we going to do? What other pieces here? We do have this light green. I like that. Let's see. Oh, wait. No, we'll go this way. I don't like white. I don't like the white edge. So whenever I tear things, you'll see I try to tear them in such a way that they're gonna have that part underneath. That's just my thing. Oh darn it, I tore that off and now it's too short. That's okay. We'll just tear another piece. Hopefully, I'll just barely tear this part off. My goal is to fill this book up, or at least partially fill it, and then, oops, wrong way, and then maybe title it like Collage Book Number 1, or Collage Masterboard Book Number 1, and then scan them in and make a digikit out of all of the collages. You know, I like to do that. I haven't done that in a while. I have a few kits in my shop that I've done that are my own collages. So yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Make it available to you guys in case anybody would want it. Pretty pretty. I'm liking this one. We are gonna, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use this edge. And then we'll do, I may cut some of this off. Get my skizzies here. Does anybody else call them skizzies? I don't even know where that came from. I think when my kids were little, maybe. I think I started saying it like that to tease them, and then just kind of stuck. Now, with this paper, I got to remember to be careful because that'll glue to my skin. Because it's so thin. But once it's on here, it's beautiful, right? Look at that. Ooh, party. Okay, so let me see here. I do want to do another bit of this one. Maybe we can fit that into this corner. And then we can just do, I don't know, a strip of something. Yeah, that'll be fine. I may need to grab a glue page here in a minute because I don't want to get glue all over the top of the collage, but we shall see. I also like to usually, and I don't know why I didn't do it this time, but I like to distress my edges when I'm doing a collage like this, but I didn't bother to do it this time. Okay, I'll do this side, I think. I don't want to take off too much like I did on the other piece. But this is a fun way to use up your scraps and make something that's uniquely yours, which is what, oopsie, which is the part that I love, is, you know, it's mine. I made it. I'm going to grab a piece of paper and use this as a glue page. There we go. Much better. But yeah, you get to make your own fun, unique things, you know. You know, you could also use, make a really cool, I should do that, get my Bible out that my dog tore up, the one I use, and make like a Bible / hymnal digi. That would, collage. That would be cool. Okay, I just got a little bit left. It's pretty quick, huh? Let's do this piece. Put him up on this corner. This came together really fast. I'm thinking I don't want it to be the same. I don't like it when it's this, like, I would rather like put it in a way, yeah, something like that. I like it to be, I don't like any, oops, I tore it the wrong way, shoot. The same width and height of something else that's there. I don't like that. I hope that makes sense. It might not. So let's see, today is Friday, I think, if I post this on Friday. I've been kind of contemplating posting stuff on other days, not just Monday, Wednesday, and Friday too, so I may have changed my mind. But if it's Friday, tell me in the comments, what are you guys doing this weekend? Anything fun? Anybody got any plans that the rest of us just really need to know about? Okay, I'm thinking, oh, you know what? Shucks. I'm going to wait for a second. Should I put it here? I think I might. Yeah. Instead. Or even right here. It didn't quite cover. How about here? Yeah. Okay. It'll work. I'll make it work. Yeah, let's see. For this Saturday, what are we doing? Okay, technically, it's, for me, it's last Wednesday because I'm recording early. So I'm trying to think what I'm going to do. I have no idea. None whatsoever, actually. Let's see. Can't use this one. Now what I could do is throw a couple of extra strips so I have a little more. Oh, here's the rest of this, which was the other pieces of that. But it looks slightly different because it's from a different section of the page. So we might be able, let's see. I don't want to put it right on top of that. Let's see, maybe like so. Let's see. Or we could go like right. Nope. I don't know. You get down to this part and it kind of gets tricky. I'll probably do something. Let's see, which way should this go? Okay. Let's do it there. Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what we're gonna do. I've just been so busy this week. And then I have a doctor's appointment Friday morning. Like I said, today's Thursday of last week. So I have my doctor's appointment this coming Friday. So by the time you guys see this, of course, it will have passed. Once I find out what all they're going to do, I did get a call about my blood tests, but I don't want to tell you guys right now because I kind of think I'm going to have an update once I go to the doctor. So I think I'm going to wait to tell you guys. It wasn't anything bad, so you know. But the reason I'm hesitant is because he wants to run more tests and I may have already told you all this on Monday. That's the reason I'm kind of hem-hawing. Because I know a lot of you have been praying for me, and I'm very grateful, and I don't want you to worry. So it's nothing, you know, it's nothing like that. I just am kind of hesitant to say anything only because I know we're going to run more tests. I think I'll put that right there. Now I'm noticing my page is curling up. Of course, once it's closed and everything, it'll be fine, I'm sure. But because it sits between my desk and my sewing machine, so it's kind of flattened out. So we're going to do a little more of this pink. Don't want you touching anything. How about right there? And then I'll do 2 smaller pieces right there, and then one right here, and we'll be done. That's what I'll do. That's what I'm gonna do. Cute. Yep. I'll put you right there. And then I think yeah, I remember I wasn't going to put that right on top of the other piece. What do I want right here? Oh, you know what? I could do this little bit of green right here. I don't need a ton. I just need it to cover that little part right there. Oh, that's hanging off a little bit. I just noticed. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. And this was a relatively quick little collage. Came together pretty fast. We've only been going for about 18 minutes. Okay, and then we got this spot right here, huh? Let's see. Well, it looks like this converges on 4 corners, and every single piece is going to be tapping into whatever I put there. That sucks because I think, let's see. Let me look. Can I fit this right there? Let me see. It's about the only one, I think. And it'll just barely be tapping. Why do I always... There, it'll go this way. Okay. It's not horrible. I do that a lot, though. End up backing myself into a corner with my collages where I don't want the thing that I'm using to touch, you know, and I'm only using like limited amounts of paper. Yeah. If you use like more of a selection of different types of stuff, you don't run into that as much. So there is our collage. Done. Dun, 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 dun. It's not the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, but it's cute. I hope you guys like it. Let's do another one. Here we go. We have to get rid of these papers. And let's see. Throw some of these back into the scrap heap because they are still worthy to be used. Big enough pieces. Well, let me see, what do we want to do this time? Let's grab from a different section in our scrap bag. And yes, I use a scrap bag. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use some more of this for fun because I love it so much. I might do this one in the center though. This paper is amazing. Just tears so easy. You got to be really careful with it. Let's see. Ah, see? Dang it. Well. Oh, nothing. Durr. Okay. I think I am going to go ahead and use it in a few places and then collage around it. There. Okay. That should be fun. I'm trying not to hoard. I hoard what you guys send me all the time. I really do. And I don't want to do that. Okay. I'm really surprised. Oopsie, dang it. I'm really surprised Courtney hasn't called me or texted because he had someone working with him today who usually causes him to get done early, and it was kind of funny. He sent the woman who like does the scheduling and stuff. He sent her a message and said, "Don't be afraid to send me more work today," and she did. She actually added some jobs to his schedule. So this guy who's working with him hates to work. Like he's one of those guys I've told you about before that works with him who will get the day over with super early, and it's kind of sad. He actually got into trouble and ended up losing his ability to drive the company trucks. He was suspended from driving because he was doing such an abominable job of driving and showing like no respect for the bosses. Let's see here if I want to put that in that corner instead. I think I do. No respect for the boss's vehicles, and he's been with the company forever though. And the guy, oh crud, Tara, the boss, he is the owner, and he is like the most nice, giving, kind. I totally screwed this up. Dang it. Tara Renee. Anyway, he's very kind, and he told the guy, look, you can either quit, you can work on the repair crew, or you can have a driver. And so he actually hired someone to drive this guy because this guy's driving is so bad. And so today she's sick. And it was a woman. He hired a woman to drive this guy around. So talk about adding insult to injury. She's a young girl, young woman. She's, and this guy's like in his early 40s, late 30s, something like that. Anyway, but he's taking it like a champ because he knows he drives like a, you know, nut. And so, so Cordy said he really, you know, he's taking it really good, all things considered. And, okay, I gotta be careful this time. Go lighter, press lighter. And so, yeah, so he was with Cordy today. And I don't know, maybe I just missed it and Courtney actually did call or something while I'm on here with you guys, but because I can't hear, and it doesn't ring, and unless I happen to notice it, you know, so there's a possibility he did. Okay, so now I've got, you know, my spots there. I'm trying something a little different. Now I want to try and use this Tim Holtz paper. So I got a package of this. Let's see. Okay, not quite. Let's go this way. I just want to do something kind of very neutral with it. And that's what this whole kit of paper was, extremely neutral. So, okay. Oopsie. Clumsy girl. So far, my neighbor's rooster has not flown the coop again and gotten over our fence. We do kind of watch him now and make sure he's over where he's supposed to be. It's so funny. I just can't believe he named his rooster Kevin. That just cracks me up. He's a funny kid. He's a real nice boy, though. But his rooster's name is Kevin. I'm just looking through here. I think these are all relatively close to each other. This one's kind of cool. Yeah. Okay. This looks backwards no matter what direction you do it, so it doesn't matter. And I'm doing pretty big pieces too. Not that big, but I'm gonna, let's see, which way do I want to do this? Okay. All right, where's my blue page? I buried it. There we go. I never really enjoy these mappy type, this type of page. I don't know. I always end up using the other side if I see it, that kind. What's your, put a comment in at below for me. What is your favorite, like, not theme, but like, what's your favorite type of paper to use? Do you have a favorite? I tend to lean toward grungy and chic-y, kind of really, you know, pretty, and then really grungy, it seems like. I'm looking here. I want to get one that's tall enough to go from here to here. There we go. That one's pretty good. So, let's see, how much of this do I want to tear off? Yeah. About right there. Yeah, I tend to lean, I think, and I've noticed even with my digitals I've been creating that they pretty much all have kind of a grungy, some type of grungy theme to them. My first ones had a lot of flowers and stuff, so I need to make some more like that. But I do love like the grungy stuff. I had one of you ask me if I was going to do a nativity Christmas, and I have searched and searched for pictures, images to use that I really felt would be, you know, something I would like to use. And I'm going to be honest, I haven't been able to find anything except for what's on like pay for type places that I can't afford. Right now, at least. So until this takes off and really starts paying, this business takes off and starts paying for itself a little better. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford those particular sites because they're pretty expensive. I've mentioned it to you guys before. And so, yeah, I think I'm going to pick one more to use in this, of these papers. These are the ones I got when I was on vacation. That one's kind of cool. These are the ones I got when I was on vacation in Sierra Vista. That one's fun. I think I'll do that one. I guess I could use some of these too from the, I could do a couple from the, let me see. That looks good on there too. I don't know, I really like this. Anyway, so yeah, so I can't really, I don't think I'm probably going to end up doing a Christmas kit, only because of that. I have not found the images that I would want to put in a kit that would glorify our Lord. I have it. I have it. Not on the free sites, you know. There's tons of stuff for like Santa Claus kits and things like that, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with those, but the person had asked me about a nativity kit, so that's what I was looking for. You know, so anyway, probably won't happen this year, in case you are watching, sweetie. But we will try, see where we are next year, and Lord willing, I can afford to pay a little more for my images, and I will seek that out, because I would really like to do one. But like I said, I want to do one that's gonna, you know, be more my style and how I would like to, you know, portray the season to glorify the Lord. So, okay. I was so excited today. She may have already announced it by now, but I was so excited today because Tina, in her Mass Monday this week, which of course I told you this is last week, so she had mentioned that she is now putting together her design team, and she's excited because she's got people. And so, yeah, she's going to do an announcement, and I'm part of her design team. So I was like, oh, praise God. That's such a blessing, such an honor. Let's see. I might have already done a video for next week with her kits. I think I'm probably, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I want to do ephemera or if I'd like to do a whole journal. I had mentioned, I think on Wednesday's video, I wanted to possibly, you know, do a journal, but I don't know yet. We'll see. I mean, I do love to make ephemera, you know. So let's, okay. Could probably do another piece of this. So this is kind of a vintage Tim Holtz collage page because of all the, this is all Tim Holtz pieces. So I was online looking for his paper pads, and I found one. I think it was on, I don't remember which site. It was a paper website, like they sell paper. They wanted $83 for the 12 by 12. I was like, no. Why in the world did they quit making those? They are the best paper. They're so pretty. Love that paper. I was so bummed. Okay, so this one, where'd you go? ¿Dónde está? I've got that one. What did I do with the other one, you guys? Oh, I sat it somewhere. Ah, here it is. I found it. It was hiding from me. It's okay. Let's see. And no. Go like that. And I think all my edges are, nope, I've got one more edge on this corner, huh? I almost missed that one. Okay, put that one like that. I like this neutrally one. This is kind of cool. And I could build on this too after I get all this laid out. I could put some, you know, some colors on top and make it look pretty cool too. There's that, which I think is always fun. Big flowers and stuff, you know, butterflies, whatever. Okay. We have converged here with this spot that needs something else on it. I think I'm going to cut this piece down. Wait. Let's see. This is a corner. Look here. If I trim this across, make it even, I can tuck it right there. It's a little crooked. Shoot. Felt even. I'm using the line. Hopefully. Can she cut straight? Let's see. Don't need it very long. I don't want to cover a lot of that book, you know. There we go. That's fine. I know it's really close to its other piece. But like I said, these are the kind of collages where sometimes I will come back in and put other additional fun stuff, you know. Oh man, tiny little spot. That sucks. I hate that. Let me see. What can I use to... Just that tiniest little spot. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I could use a piece of this part because it's totally like different. It doesn't look the same. Just to cover that little gap. Silly girl. Yeah, that won't be bad. I've got so many torn pieces of paper on my desk. What time is it? Okay. We are only at 38 minutes. 2 collages in less than an hour. That's not bad, right? Because we're going to be done here in a sec. There. I'm just going to put that one right there. And then, what can I do with these 2 spots? Well, you know what I could do? I could bring in another piece. One more piece just to take it over the top. And then, let's see here. One more. I want it to be Tim Holtz because everything on here has been, so... Did I just hit that? I apologize. They're going to be really close to each other, though, if I do like there, and then if I put another piece of it, it's going to be right there. That's like super close, huh? I wonder if I pull in one of these that I aren't as crazy, that I'm not as crazy about, like this one. Oh, but I love the back of this one. Let's see. It's hard for me to choose anything of Tim's that I don't like, to be honest. when I first started, I did not want to join the Tim Holtz fan club because everybody was talking about Tim Holtz and I didn't even know who he was. But then it happened anyway. It just happened anyway. I couldn't help myself. Thinking. You know what I mean. If you're one of those like me that was like, you know, I even had somebody, it was so funny. I even had somebody, because when I first started, I made the comment. I made the comment. I didn't even, I don't remember how I said it, but basically I was like, I was explaining that I didn't get what the big deal about Tim Holtz was because I hadn't known who he was. I didn't mean, well, what's the big deal about Tim Holtz? I didn't mean it like that. I just meant I hadn't understood when I first started because I didn't even know who the man was. And so I had a person I had a person comment, and she bawled me out. I mean, she like tore into me. Why don't you just go and why don't you look something up before you speak, you know, and go check him out. He's a brilliant artist. He's like this, he's like that. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by it. It was just kind of funny, you guys. She really bawled me out. I was like, all right, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend anyone. I apologize. I think I'm going to, no, because it's right there. Well, how about, I could just use, I guess, the opposite side of one of these I've been using, huh? And stop making such a big deal out of this. It's just one piece. Yeah, I'll just use this. Hopefully this will fit after I tear it down. But yeah, it was pretty funny. I apologized to her. I'm like, I'm really sorry. I did not realize I was offending anyone. I didn't mean it offensively. But yeah, she got a little heated. I was talking about her boy, Tim. Now I get it. I totally get it. But yeah, I was new. Forgive me. There we go, guys. A Tim Holtz antique vintage paper. I don't know. I think it is antique. I think it's older than 100 years. Laura, you could let me or let us know. But I'm pretty sure it's older than 100 years. And it is awesome. And I actually really love that one because it's fun. So, all right, guys. So let's take a little gander back at what we just did. Oh, here's a copy of, this is one of my collages I made when I first started junk journals, like 2.5 years ago, and then I stamped all over it. But underneath is a collage that I did with book page and everything else. That's kind of fun to run into. Let's see. I have another one I ran into earlier, and that's why we ended up collaging today, because I saw it and was like, oh, I think I want a collage. And that's how we got here. So let's look at what we did. We got, now that it's been shut for a few minutes, I love that the cap twists on these. I do like that. So we did this one just as a reminder. Turned out pretty cute. And actually I need more like brown somewhere else because it's very centralized for that. That's what's throwing that off for me. But once it's cut up though, it's not going to matter because that's not going to be like together. So yeah, so I really shouldn't worry about it. But there's that one. Ooh, this one I really like. I hope you guys enjoyed today and you felt inspired. If you joined me, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about your collage and even see it. If you want to post it, do at Tara's Take on here or at Instagram, or you can also join me on X at Tara's Take. I'm Tara's Take everywhere, so it makes it easier for everybody. I also have a Tara's Take Buy Me Coffee. Let's see what else we have. And then we have our Facebook group, which I would absolutely love if you would come and join us there. It's Creative Cuties. we really need more people so we can really start getting some flow going. You know, we have a core group of people who post all the time, and then everybody else is shy. So come along and start posting and showing us and inspiring us with your work. We would love to have you. It's Creative Cuties, and there's a link below to Creatives Inspire Corner. That is the link to Creative Cuties. It's also, I believe, on the front page of the channel. But yeah, and if you enjoyed today's video, give me a thumbs up, please. And if you would consider subscribing to the channel and becoming a part of our family, we'd love to have you. You guys have a blessed day, and I will see you in the next one. God bless you, honeys. Bye-bye.